Hi adventurers, and welcome to the LARP Peddler's channel. In today's video, we're starting a 4-part series on the Geralt set, an armor set inspired by the Witcher universe. Remember, you have the link to the pattern in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and check the link to the Patreon to join the guild. As usual, I used my laser cutter to cut the pieces, but in this other video, you can see how to assemble the pattern once it's printed on your home printer. Once the pieces were cut, I used a stitching groover on the handguard seam because it's something I'll be doing on the rest of the set, and I wanted to maintain a certain harmony. However, this is entirely optional and depends on your stitching process and preference. After that, bevel the exposed edges on the pieces that require it. To dye the pieces, I use dark brown alcohol-based dye, and I apply it with a mini paint gun and a small airbrush compressor. This allows me to create different shades and save dye while speeding up the dyeing process. If you don't have these tools, you can do this process the usual way with a brush. Use a glossy leather varnish to protect the surface. It's important that it has a glossy finish if you're going to do the weathering process later. You can do this with a brush. Remove any excess with a piece of cloth. Apply a mixture of equal parts black acrylic paint and water, and spread it with a piece of cloth. This helps create different shades in the leather and highlights the embossing. For this step, it's important that the varnish applied previously is glossy, as this will help the ink flow more easily. I don't know what happened to the distressing process clip, so I'm going to show it to you with another piece. You can also see this process in any of my other videos. Use fine grit sandpaper to create a little distressing on the leather of all the pieces. This step is optional, but I think it gives your pieces character, achieving an aged look. I use a sanding sponge like the ones used in woodworking. Get back to the correct piece. It's time for the leather trim. In this other video, you can see how I make the leather strips. In this case, I used 1mm suede, but you can also use goat skin or any other thin, flexible leather you like. As you can see, I used double-sided tape to hold the leather trim in place before sewing, but you can do this with contact cement. Follow the entire guideline along the edge and tap it with a hammer on a sturdy surface so the leather conforms to the piece. I used my cobbler's sewing machine for this, but you can sew it by hand using whatever method you're most comfortable with. You'll probably need to use an awl to go over the stitching holes, as they will have been covered by the leather trim. Attach the handguard to the bracer using your preferred sewing method. For this step, you can use riveted pyramids or rivets. I recommend riveting them before sewing to hold the piece in place and make the process easier. Next, sew the handguard piece together using your preferred sewing method. Finally, attach the straps using rivets, following the numbers on the pattern. Don't forget to attach the rings. Your no-gralled bracers are ready for battle. I want to thank the patrons who support the LARP Peddler. Your support means a lot. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much for watching until the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and check the link to the Patreon to join the guild. See you in the next video, and I hope you have a great adventure.